All right, I haven't reviewed an amp in a while, and I've had this one sitting around for a while. It's a little bitty one of three that I bought a while ago for the mini amps. This one is the Bogner Ecstasy Mini. Hey y'all, before we get started, just want to remind you that YouTube's algorithm depends heavily on comments, so please do me a favor and leave a comment below this video. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and yeah, this is one of three that I purchased. I got the Diesel, this one right here. I got that one, I got the Friedman one, and I got this. And I gotta tell you, they're all kind of neat, you know what I mean? This is a 30 watt amp. That's more wattage than the Engel Fireball 25 I have right there. It is loud. I'm going to tell you, the small size should not fool you. On the face of it, it has a full accoutrement of tone shaping tools. On the back of it, you got power, you've got your speaker output, and you've even got an FX loop. Yeah, that's nice. It actually has an FX loop on it. One thing it doesn't have is a noise gate. And you know, and as a matter of fact, none of these mini amps have a noise gate on them, but you probably have one for your pedal board. Well, because there's a lot of stuff on here, the demo's going to be pretty long. So real quickly, let me just give you an idea of what it is from the Sweetwater website, which is where I purchased it. The Bogner Ecstasy Mini 30 watt head sells for $249.99, so $250. The Ecstasy Mini packs the storied high octane dirt of the Bogner Ecstasy's Red channel into a super portable 30 watt amplifier head. This flyweight 30 watt powerhouse gives you all the sonic sculpting flexibility you could ask for, with familiar volume, presence, treble, middle, bass, and gain controls, along with a trio of tone-shaping mini toggle switches. Whether you're trying to achieve vintage-style crunch or modern high gain, the Ecstasy Mini has you covered. A built-in Variac and effects loop add even more functionality to the scaled-down fire breather. If you've always coveted the Ecstasy's incendiary high-gain tones, the Bogner Ecstasy Mini nails them to perfection. Well, I don't know about that because I've never played through a Bogner amp myself personally, but I can tell you that it sounds really good, and man, it's got a unique sound to it that my other amps don't. So it's one of those things that for about, 250 bucks, you're gonna have a nice little amp that's also a good little backup if you don't have to do anything clean, because there is no clean channel on this one. It is all about high gain and yeah, that dirty sound. Now, interestingly enough, see, this is the box for the Diesel, all right? And this is the box for the Bogner, and they're like exactly the same boxes, and I'm pretty sure that all of them are manufactured by the same company for these companies, right? So they just take their circuits, add them into them, and make it so you can get a nice affordable version of their other stuff. And they're just, so darn cute. Look at that thing. I mean, oh, look at that. So yeah, if you had a gig where you did mostly high gain, this would probably work out for you. I mean, 30 watts is loud, as you're about to see. All right, well, let's go ahead and turn it on. They're really lightweight, so, it does move a little bit. And right now, the volume is really, really low, okay? I mean, it's almost off, so let's just turn this all the way off. That's as low as it goes. I mean, that is like down so low right now, but... All right, let's go through some of the controls on here. I've got my handy dandy manual here because, as you can see, there's quite a few different settings you can do with this. There's a lot of tone shaping that you can do with this little amp. It's pretty surprising. All right, so we've already shown you the volume control. The presence control is next. Obviously, that adjusts the upper highs. They say to set it around 1 o'clock for overall balanced tone, and that's actually where I've liked it, so I've left it there. Middle control, I've got that at about 1 o'clock as well. Adds or takes away mid-range, start at 11 o'clock. Lower settings will scoop the mids, higher levels will allow to cut through the mix. Then we've got your bass control. Adds or takes away bass frequency, same here for overall balance level, start around 5. And that's about where I left this at noon, actually. Then up here, we've got a Variac switch, and that adds a dropped voltage dynamic compression to the feel and sound. And you've got a gain switch that's right here. You use this switch to preset the gain range. Low setting starts in a plexi-ish style mode gain, and the high setting delivers a modern hot rod sound. You've got your mid-frequency switch right here. So that lets you select the mid-frequency control by the middle knob. So it's 800 hertz 1.6 kilohertz and 3.2 kilohertz. And then next we've got the pre-EQ switch. So B1 offers a high frequency boost that adds detail and openness to the sound and offers a neutral tone that is rounder with less attack, and B2 offers a boosted mid-range and high frequency. So these are the settings that I've chosen. Now I'm using a wireless system right now. Let me go quiet here for a second. And it's a little bit noisy. When I have this plugged in with a instrument cable, it's quite a bit more noisy. So there's no noise gate or anything on here. And again, we do have a effects loop on the back of it, so that's nice too. So what the heck, let's just run through some of these settings. So that sounds really good. So let's go ahead and take this Variac switch and move that. A little bit more compressed. I like it like that. Your gain switch, so let's see. Switch it over. You can already hear more noise. Sorry, got a little carried away with that. But you know, with this amp, I kind of like it with that off. I get more of a, you know, I don't know, classic rock type sound. Now that is a nice rounded out sound. One thing that is interesting with this amp is that it kind of has this splattery sound to it, you know. Sometimes it just kind of has this little splatter around the edges. It's my first experience with a Bogner amp, so. And as far as tonal shaping, let's take a look at the EQ stuff, so. So treble all the way down. I like my treble up around 1 o'clock. All right, and let's go over here to the middle now, and we'll take that all the way down. Now, if we're going to be doing that, you got to look at this middle frequency thing here, okay? So basically, you're choosing how that is going to react, okay? So we'll just put this in the middle now. So it's just it's gonna react differently depending on what you have that set on. I don't find that much of a difference. I like my mids around there. And then of course you got your bass. Now this is really pronounced. And that's where I can really hear that splattering going on there. So bass, I like to keep that up around there. And let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of middle of the road, really. Take this up to about 1 o'clock. That 1 o'clock and that around there. And the gain on here, all right? So we'll just take the gain down. And you get nothing. So there is no clean sounds on this thing whatsoever. That splattery sound. It's really sizzly, and I like that actually. You know, I'm hearing a little bit of a little bit of noise that's in there. And I know this thing has a circuit where if it's clipping too much, it'll do that. So let's just take that down a little bit. So, okay. Still haven't perfected that one, but hey, you know, sounds really good. The last one that we have here is the pre-EQ switch, and B1 offers a high frequency boost that adds detail and openness to the sound. N is a neutral tone that is rounder with less attack, and B2 offers a boosted mid-range and high frequency. All right, so right now it's on B1. All right, let's take this to the next one, which is neutral. All right, and we'll go to the last one now. So as you can see, there are a lot of tonal capabilities with this thing. I could, I could dial in 100 different tones on this with this little amp. It's out of the three, I don't know, man. The Diesel is just a really great sounding amp. It's more of a metal amp. And if I were gonna have a couple of small amps like this, those are the two that I would have. This thing has got a more, I don't know, more of a, an earthy sound and more definition. Like you can hear the really, really well. I like that, so. So yeah, listen, I'm digging it. It's a pretty cool little amp. And I can definitely see me using this in some situations where I need to get that sound in a recording. So there we go. If you're looking to shape some tone and you like high gain, it's pretty darn flexible. And I'm just gonna say it is loud. I haven't had this thing turned up more than halfway on the volume. So my neighbor, I live in a condo. So luckily, I kind of take care of my older neighbor next door. So she was like, that was really loud. It was shaking my place. So hey, what are you gonna do? So of the three that I got, the Friedman, the Diesel, and of course this Bogner, which one am I gonna keep? I think I'm gonna keep two of them. The Friedman, I'm not so sure I really care about that one. It's a good little amp, but this one has a very unique sound, and the Diesel is all about that fire breathing. So I don't know, I might keep both of them. We'll see. Yeah, when you've got a YouTube channel, buying and selling is pretty much part of the game. Now, one thing I just realized is I didn't show you the presence control on there. There were so many other things to show you, but presence, yeah, it works as you would expect a presence thing does. Add or remove some sizzle and you're good to go. So that is the Bogner Ecstasy Mini, and I want to thank you so much for your support here in the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to this channel. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there and notification bell. Click both of those. You'll get notifications when I upload new videos. It's not inexpensive to run these channels, so I do have a thanks button down below this video if you want to toss a couple bucks my way. Everything is appreciated. Just you being here is enough for me. I really do appreciate you. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.